Cuckold Fantasies Unleashed, Exploring Your Wife's Desires. Hi, I'm Courtney Heron, a sexpert for Arousr. And if you're here, you're probably trying to figure out how to approach this whole cuckold thing with your wife. Maybe she's brought it up. Maybe you have the curiosity, but just have no idea how to introduce it. Or maybe, and this is a big one, she cheated and now she wants to turn this into a dynamic. Stick around for the end because I have a solution also. No matter what, this is your relationship too. And how you move forward should feel right for you, not just her. First things first is, what do you want? Let's just take her out of the equation for just a second. What do you actually want? Does the idea of her with somebody else turn you on? Does it excite you or does it make you feel uneasy? Are you exploring this because it feels right, or are you just trying to convince yourself to be okay with it because you love her and don't want to lose her? Well, let's be real, because this dynamic only works if both people are genuinely into it. And another thing is, cuckolding doesn't automatically mean humiliation, unless that's what excites you. Is this going to be strictly fantasy based at first? Will you explore through sexting or role play or watching? Are you comfortable with bringing in a third person eventually? And then what about boundaries? What's off limits? You control how this dynamic works. There's no one way to do it. And if a third person is on the table, I want you to take your time. You don't want to rush into this. You and your wife should be fully aligned before ever thinking about bringing in a third person. And one last thing. You are not less of a man. There's a lot of stigma around cuckolding, and I see so many men struggling with this, thinking that if they're into it, it somehow means they're weak. It doesn't. Exploring your fantasies and being confident about what turns you on, that is powerful. But let's be real, not everybody has a partner who's into this. And maybe you're curious but don't know how to bring it up, or maybe you just want a space to explore this fantasy safely before taking it to real life. That is where Arousr comes in. If you want real verified women to chat with, women who actually understand these dynamics and can guide you through it, whether that's through conversation, sexting, or role play, that's where you need to be. No pressure and no judgment, just a place where you can explore this kink without the risk. If that sounds amazing to you, we'll see you in Arousr.